Hey, what's going on, guys? Mr. Moody1235 here again, back for your answers to your questions. I've decided that I'm just going to split this video into parts. I'm going to do 10 questions in this video, and if I get any more, I'll do a part 2. I'll do another 10 questions. It's going to be kind of like that. So if you got a question you want to ask, go back to the original questions video and post your comment, or you can post your comment on this video, and I'll just add them all up until I get 10 again, and then we'll do another questions video. It'll be fun. So, you know, whenever I get, you know, another 10 new comments to talk about, then a new answers video will come out, and that's how we'll do it. Because that keeps it interesting, I think. You never know when it's going to come. So, you know, you got a question you want to ask me? Anytime. Just go ahead and post your question on any of the answers video or the original questions video. So, now that that's out of the way, let's get started. Favorite video game soundtrack ever? Back in the day, I would definitely have to say Red Dead Redemption soundtrack. I really loved the songs that they had in that game, especially like after you ride straight into Mexico. I really love that song, and I really like Compass, the song after when you go ride to save your family. I really like that, but BioShock Infinite soundtrack, though, is about to beat it, I think, because I really like the chorus work in the game, and The Circle Will Be Unbroken. I really love that song. So yeah, those two right there are pretty awesome. How long is your dick? About 7.5 inches. I wish there was a way to prove it to you. I wish my girlfriend was here. She could tell you, but yeah, 7.5 inches. Fucking packing for a white dude. Are you a religious person, and what do you think about Islam? Simple answer, no, I am not a religious person at all. I haven't been to church in years and years and years. I do have belief in God, but I don't have a belief in religion, because I think all religion is just a bunch of people saying, ooh, look at me, I believe in God, and I'm better than you, and I just don't think it captures the important part about believing in a God. And I just think organized religion is a little corrupted, obviously, so whatever, that's just mine. And what do I think about Islam? Well, I mean, those people fucking hate America, and, you know, I understand why. We're an evil fucking country. We're just all about the money, man. We're fucking corrupt and shit, and those people have the right to believe what the hell they want to believe. That's my stance on it. I'm really like a freedom of religion type person, really. Like if there's someone out there who wants to worship a teapot, you know, go right ahead, you know? You know, it's just whatever you want. I'm a big believer in freedom, being able to do whatever the fuck you want. And you know, that's my take on it. Who's your favorite Gorillaz character and why? Murdoch, hands down. Always has been, always will. Ever since I first got into this band, Murdoch has always been my favorite. It's his band. He's the coolest. Maybe I don't agree with Satanism, but he gets all the chicks. He gets all the cartoon chicks. He's just a cool fucking character. I love his Winnebago from the original album. It's just, I don't know. He's a cool character. 2D would definitely be my second favorite, though. What's your most recent, favorite, and least favorite concert you've been to? My most recent concert, I went and saw Mute Math in Charlotte. That was a pretty damn good show. They didn't have no opening act, it was just them, but I really enjoyed it. They were really good. And my favorite concert would definitely have to be a tie between Gorillaz and Green Day's American Idiot Tour. Gorillaz, just because they're my all-time favorite band, it's not like you're ever going to see them play live again. So that's like a once-in-a-lifetime type thing. But Green Day also because they just put on such a damn good show. And My Chemical Romance was awesome opening up for them on the American Idiot Tour. I'm so happy I got to go to that back in the day. Green Day are just amazing live. I'm sure you've seen concert footage and stuff, and Green Day are just amazing live. Least favorite concert I've been to? Easily Escape the Fate. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I went to this fucking show. It was nothing but like 4 different Screamo bands. I really like Escape the Fate's self-titled album. But after that, I'm just not hardcore enough. I don't enjoy Screamo music. I I don't know. I'm just not that hard of a person, and it was just really hard to sit through all those bands just to hear Escape the Fate. I wish I had never went to that. So that one was easy. Thank you. What are your thoughts on how the music industry has changed over the years? Oh boy, not even get me started on this one. Back in the day, music talent was discovered from going to see bands live and actually hearing their sound, getting them in a recording studio, and showing off talent. And nowadays, we've just slowly gotten to this thing about, like, who the hell can we sign on that's just going to be a teenage heartthrob until the next teenage heartthrob comes along. Justin Bieber is a perfect example of this. He is nothing more than a fucking corporate puppet used to make little girls' ginies tickle and fucking sell records. Nothing else goes into it. I mean, like, I know it's really mainstream to hate on Justin Bieber, but for God's sake, yeah, he can play guitar and drums and shit, but he's not a real musician. He hasn't wrote a fucking thing in his life, I don't think. And it's just, everything is so damn corporate now. You have really got to dig deep to find artists these days that actually have a true talent. And, I don't know, it's just, that's it in a nutshell right there. So, whatever. Top 10 bands. Top 10 bands. Man, you had to make this difficult. I was thinking long and hard about this. Long and hard, but I think taste really changes over time, and so this list would definitely, like, you know, alterate. But as of right now, I'll try to do my best here. I would have to say Linkin Park, Led Zeppelin, Gorillaz, Blur, Queens of the Stone Age, Muse, Panic at the Disco, The Beatles, The Police, and Shiny Toy Guns. As of right now, I think those 10 artists right there make some damn good music. And I'm probably going to love them till the day I die, honestly. Those are bands that I'm always going to follow and always have interest in. And I don't know, they haven't quite let me down yet. Shiny Toy Guns almost did with their third album, but other than that, I fucking love those bands. They're awesome. Name your top 5 guilty pleasure artists. I don't know if I can name 5 of them, because everybody, when you mention a guilty pleasure, is always going to assume that I like One Direction or Katy Perry or fucking some crappy shit like that. But I don't listen to any of that, so it's kind of hard for me to say, but I can say I love Owl City. I know a few people might consider that a guilty pleasure, especially coming from a man. I think Owl City is really talented. I really like his music. I really like the sweeping melodies and stuff. I actually have another friend who's a guy who really loves Owl City. Yeah, I like his 3 main albums: Ocean Eyes, All Things Bright and Beautiful, and his newest one, The Midsummer Station. I know a lot of people didn't like that album, but I actually really liked it, so that's a huge guilty pleasure album of mine. And then a few songs, I definitely have to say Gunther and the Sunshine Girls with the Ding Dong song. A few of you might remember this little track. Oh lord, it's so gay, but man, is it catchy. It's fucking catchy. I also really like Scream and Shout with will.i.am and Britney Spears. Yep, love that song. That's a good song right there. Sorry, I'll admit it. What are the first bands you ever listened to? Top 3. The top 3 bands that I ever listened to. Well, I started listening to music with Weird Al Yankovic when I was a really little kid. I absolutely loved Weird Al Yankovic. I could sing, like, all of his songs. I memorized all the funny fucking lyrics. I don't like him that much anymore, but back in the day, man, I loved some Weird Al Yankovic. After that, my parents got me into Good Charlotte. I actually got The Young and the Hopeless. That was the first album that I actually owned that wasn't a Weird Al Yankovic album. So you can thank that album, you know, Lifestyles and the Rich and the Famous, the Anthem, that album right there was the first thing that I heard of real music that wasn't a parody artist that I actually had myself. My parents were huge Jimmy Buffett fans. They were huge Parrot heads, so I was really exposed to a whole lot of Jimmy Buffett music. I actually saw him in concert about 3 or 4 times. It's just been crazy listening to Jimmy Buffett. But and then Green Day. Green Day after Good Charlotte. I had international super hits for a really, really, really long time before I got any of their other albums. And those are my top three right there. Weird Al, Good Charlotte, and Green Day. Oh, it's weird, I know. I never really got fully into music until 2005 when Demon Days came out. After Demon Days came out, I just started getting way fucking more into music, and here I am today talking about it and knowing a lot about it, so that's how it goes. What do you consider your faith? Also, who do you prefer, Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler? I guess I would consider myself a Christian. I mean, that's what I was brought up as. I mean, like I said, I haven't been to church in years and years and years, but I do think to myself when good things happen to me that God played a part in it and stuff like that, and I think back to all that stuff, and I don't know, I just believe that there is someone out there, somebody watching, guardian angel, stuff like that. And on the topic of Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler, I would definitely have to say Jim Carrey. I mean, Adam Sandler was funny back in the 90s with like fucking Happy Madison and Big Daddy. Big Daddy is a fucking awesome movie. But nowadays, Adam Sandler's just been making bullshit. Like that Grown Ups movie, that shit sucked. I'm sorry. But Jim Carrey, you know, like Ace Ventura, you know, like, I don't know. He's consistently funny. I think he's just had a longer track record with that, and I just think he's still pretty good. I mean, you don't see him that much anymore, but even like in terms of like the 90s, like going back to that again, Jim Carrey I think was funnier. But you know, they've both had their bad things that they've done and shit like that, so whatever. Alright, well there was the first 10. Be sure to keep commenting. I already have 2 questions on the last video that I'm going to get to in the next video. Just go ahead and post more questions on this video or the original video where I asked you to ask me questions. Either one is fine. I would love to do another one of these. It's been fun. Come on. Keep bringing the questions. Like I said, they don't all have to be music related. You can ask me any fucking thing. The dick question was a good one. I just, you know, I have a huge sense of humor, you guys. Don't be scared to fucking ask me some weird shit. So, yeah. Mr. Money 1235. I'll see you guys later.